What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shadow Elite, your JRPG enthusiast, coming at you guys with a video of my top 10 JRPGs, my top 10 Japanese role-playing games. Now guys, a while back I did make a list of my top 10 RPGs, but it's been a while since then, and some games have made that list, some games have come off that list, and to be quite honest, this list is pretty much more or less the same. So guys, this is a list of my favorite JRPGs. Our opinions may be different, and that's cool. Everyone has different tastes, and that's just the way it is. Now, I play a lot of games like, classic JRPGs, a lot of games that people will consider classics. You might not even see those games on this list because, well, they're just not my favorite. They're just not my cup of tea or anything like that. So guys, without any other further ado, let me get started on this list. Enjoy. Kicking off this list, we have Shadow Heart's Covenant, a game with a rather dark tone and really unorthodox characters. The battle system really helped cement this game as one of the better JRPG battle systems I've played. Using a judgment ring system that has you hitting the button just at the right time to get off a hit or critical came off as a new way to stay engaged in the turn-by-turn plays. You could further customize the ring so that the sweet spots, the red areas, are more visible to give you a better chance at getting that critical. And if you missed or didn't get that critical, that's probably because you suck. But that's good. Not only did it keep you engaged, it kept you wanting to do better, and if you missed, it was your fault instead of the RNG. Really like that aspect of the game, or that's the way I viewed it. Number 9. Star Ocean Till the End of Time. Now, Star Ocean 3 may not have been the greatest game in terms of story, or maybe even its characters, but hell, I still like the story and characters. Its battle system is among the best, I think, having a whole bunch of action happening on screen at once with your companions at one end of the field, and while you're kicking ass at the other side of the field, and then they died and you gotta get them back up because the AI was kinda questionable. Still, it didn't make it any less awesome. Star Ocean 3 also marks the first time I ever tried to tackle post-game content, and I will soon then after that start looking up old games and try to do post-game content there. Only for that most games that proved to be too much, and I just ended up saying fuck it. Coming in at number 8, we have Super Robot Taisen OG Saga Endless Frontier. If I had to describe Endless Frontier in one word, it would simply be awesome. The game may have a heavy retro style vibe coming from its graphics, but its battle system is the most fun and amusing battle system I have ever played. Just seeing characters releasing a plethora of combos in one button is just too much fun. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's a bit repetitive. You'll be seeing the characters unleash the same combos time and time again, but it's just so much fun to watch. I never once got tired playing this game. Surrounding it is a good cast of characters that are funny and awesome with a great localization by Atlas. The game does have some fan service, but not just with bouncing boobs, but just in general how awesome the game is. I had a blast playing this until the very end. To put it bluntly, Endless Frontier is exactly my cup of tea. I'm just so upset that its sequel, Endless Frontier Exceed, never got a chance to release in the West. No fan translation groups has picked it up either. Hell, I would even pay a fan translation group to work on this game. It's such a shame, it's never gonna happen. It's not fair. At number 7, we have Xenosaga Episode 1. Xenosaga answered everything I wanted in a sci-fi RPG. A futuristic space setting, intergalactic war between alien species, an insane bad guy, giant robots, a whole bunch of words and terminology I can never understand, and of course the hot as hell ass-kicking battle android Cosmos. Ah, Cosmos, you're still awesome. The story of Xenosaga was spread throughout 3 games, but the first game, Episode 1, is my favorite among them. With a turn-based battle system that has a slight twist to it, with a boost gauge that gives you extra turns during battle, and mech fights thrown into the mix, with a cast of generally likable characters, Xenosaga Episode 1 is just a great game, one of the PS2's many gems. Now, where for the love of God is that HD collection with trophy support already? Who's in charge of that? Monolith Soft? Namco Bandai? Let's go, let's get on that. I want that HD collection already. Hell, I even settled for it being a PS2 classic on the PlayStation Network at this point. Come on, let's go. Number 6. Fire Emblem Awakening. Fire Emblem Awakening takes the 6th spot on my list as one of the better SRPGs I've played. There's just so much customization in this game that I could not put it down. had a bunch of characters that for the most part you can change to almost any class you wanted. You could make characters into couples who could have kids later in the game, and those kids' skills and stats were heavily influenced by the couple. And for a much easier time, just have the kids inherit Gale Force, because Gale Force is that one skill, that one broken skill that makes the game easier. Now I played on the game's casual mode so my characters wouldn't die off permanently. I could have had a better time with the game if I played it on hardcore, but because I figured if a character I liked died, I would just reload the game and come back to the battle making sure that character didn't die. So what was the point in playing on hardcore? And I think the game gave you a bunch of characters on purpose to compensate just in case one of those characters died or not. With just a lot of customization and fun gameplay, this game had a surefire place on my list. And by the way guys, Tharja is the best Fire Emblem Awakening character, period. That's it. Coming in at number 5, we have Devil Survivor Overclock. Now, Devil Survivor 2 had just as good of a chance of taking this spot on my list, but Devil Survivor 1 just has a better cast of characters in my opinion, even though I love Fumi from Devil Survivor 2. Not only does Devil Survivor take a spin on a classic SRPG formula, it provides a healthy challenge, picking which characters to move and what demons to give them, with all kinds of abilities that those demons can inherit through fusions. Looking at which abilities are best suited to each character for each battle provided a good sense of strategy, and wasn't all that hard, although I do hear that Devil Survivor is kind of a hard game. With a story that has you trapped in Tokyo infested with demons, brings along with it choices of right and wrong, people's beliefs, and deaths surrounding it. And with multiple endings, makes Devil Survivor a very interesting game to play. Maybe Atlas can one day give us another game in the series. One day. Number 4, Tales of the Abyss. You know, all the other Tales of games are great in their own right, and I'm pretty sure everyone has their own favorite, but Abyss to me stands out as being the best the series has. And it's great to see a main character like Luke, who's the very definition of a jackass in the beginning of the game, evolve into a much better and likable character. It was something different to see that a main character would say such things and be basically a coward and a douchebag, and then, you know, evolve into that much better person. The rest of the characters all have their charm and they're great, and Jade is still one of the best characters I've seen in a JRPG. I think the battle system really set the standard of how future Tales of titles would make their battle system, and I still think that the Field of Photons, which is the unique aspect of Tales of the Abyss battle system, is the best in the series. You know how Vesperia has Fatal Strikes, Exalia has chaining with other characters, Graces I guess had sidestepping and usage of TP. I think that's what it was. But yeah, I still think Field of Photons is the best one. Number 3, Mercury Chronicles. You know, I still never seen a game go in such a different direction with strategy RPGs and triumph so well, blending shooting and RPG together with a fairly engaging story and a cast of nice characters. Mercury Chronicles caught me completely off guard with its style and elegance. Still remains to this day as the best PS3 game I've ever played. Mercury Chronicles is the #1 game I recommend to anyone with the PS3 that hasn't tried the game. You know, it's just too bad that the second game in the series kinda had a falling out on the PSP. But I would say the third game in the series redeemed itself, and I reviewed that game, so if you wanna check out that game review of Mercury Chronicles 3, please do so. Taking the number 2 spot on my list is Final Fantasy VII. People, it's Final Fantasy VII. Do I have to say any more? For a long time, it was my #1 favorite JRPG, but it has since then declined in that aspect and went down to number 2. Sure, other Final Fantasies are great. In the main series, I played 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, and 14. Final Fantasy VII to me stands out as one of the best and started me on my path to JRPGs. Many at this point may disagree that it's the best Final Fantasy or best RPG period, but I'd say it has almost everything an excellent JRPG should have. Whether it be nostalgia or not, I don't think many would disagree that Final Fantasy VII is actually a great game. Now, where is that remake, Square Enix? I mean, seriously, come on. And coming in at #1, we have none other than Persona 4 Golden. Persona 4 is the very epitome of what I think the modern JRPG needs to be. Even though the game initially came out in 2008 and had an HD remake in 2012, it still manages to stand out as one of the best JRPGs the genre has to offer. And for very good reason. It's accessible, fun, stylish, with a soundtrack that is just among the best any JRPG could ever hope for. It just knocks everything out the park. This game has so much charm and class it can't possibly be ignored. Every time I recommend Persona 4 for somebody to play, they always 100% come back to me saying it's one of the best games they ever played. Now, I'm not going to say stuff like if you haven't played Persona 4 yet, you're missing out, or stop watching this video and play it right now, or anything like that. Just let the reviews and its endless amount of praises sway your decision. You know what the right choice is. Now go ahead and make it. So guys, that's it for this video. Those were my top 10 JRPGs, my favorite JRPGs. And our opinions are more likely going to differ. You can tell me all about that in the comments section. If you agreed, if you disagree, just let me know. That's what the comment section is for. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you are new to the channel and want to see more. Follow me on Twitter if you feel so inclined, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.